join us. Nintendo's partnering. Dude, Nintendo doesn't do a lot of stuff, man. They don't get out there, like, they don't spread the love to a lot of people. It's either Nintendo or not Nintendo. But they're partnering with Sonic. And this, in like 2 days, dude, if you got a Sonic near you, you can get some kids' meal toys with the Paper Mario characters on them from Paper Mario Jam.
They look kind of. I saw a couple of pics. They look really terrible compared to like the stuff we used to get when we were a kid, which is the video we're watching right now. The old Super Mario Brothers 3 stuff at Nintendo had at McDonald's, dude. Which those were like pretty substantial toys. And I think even the ones Nintendo did with Japan like not too long ago were pretty cool. So it's kind of a bummer that these are so generic.
Yeah, we don't have any images for you guys yet, but they do look. One's gonna be like a top. Don't get too excited.
Yeah, they're all flat and generic.
Paper Mario.
Yeah, they're not cool.
Order the Wacky Pack over at Sonic starting April 19th, dude. Check them out. Jason will have some for you on the block party, I'm sure. He's gonna run over to Sonic
for sure.
As soon as he can.
It's right across the street, actually.
Let's jump into Street Fighter V is getting some updates, dude. They're gonna update the fact that cheaters will not get away with it anymore. So now that if you disconnect a lot, this update will kind of bracket you into not being able to play. So if you got a shitty internet connection, and I know that it's a lot of excuses for people, my internet cut out, dude, but you're really standing behind your fucking console.
That has happened to me though in the past. Like it's super rare, but I have had like a disconnect like that. So I'm hoping it's a kind of thing where it's just like it happens consistently. Like, hey, this happened like 4 times in the span of a night. Like you're done. Like
yeah, and I think that's how it's gonna be, and they're gonna kind of not ban you, but lock you out for a temporary amount of time. Also, the other big news is the second character for Street Fighter. We have Alex, and then we have Guile.
You're not gonna call him Gully?
I was gonna call him Gully.
Dude, who are you trying to be right now?
Yeah.
Like,
Gully's. Well, if I said Gully, dude.
Fucking go my entire life with you calling him Gully, and then now you're gonna go, and Guile's coming. You're not professional. That's not.
Fucking Gully, as you guys know him as Guile, is coming out, and it's going to be a free character in the beginning, but then 70,000 fighter credits. Dude, how is that a lot?
I can put it in perspective that like I beat all the story modes for all the characters, and I had like enough to buy Alex and then some. Okay. So I guess if you're saving up to buy one of these characters, and I didn't play any online, so I feel like this is an achievable thing to do solo, and that's not counting doing like all of the ladder stuff where you got to beat 30 guys without dying or whatever, you know, like that kind of stuff. You get bonus points for that and online. So I don't think if you play it consistently enough, I think it's achievable. Unlike some of the other games we've seen recently doing this, Rainbow Six.
Yeah. Look, we've talked about that before. I was just gonna say that I think it's kind of a bummer that it's my boy Gully, because he should just be in the fucking main game. But
what are you gonna do? Well, Blanca's the bigger obscene one that's not in the game.
Oh, he's coming. 70,000 fucking.
He's not in this season. He'll be next season.
Oh my gosh, dude. There you guys go, dude. You're breaking news. Yeah. Guile's coming, dude, for 70,000 credits, dude. Also, GameStop is gonna be adding more developers to its publishing division. Song of the Deep gonna be the first game. Do you have any thoughts on Song of the Deep, Jason?
It doesn't look that interesting to me.
No. It doesn't.
Every time I look at it, I'm just like, you're in a submarine, you're getting out of a submarine, you're solving stupid puzzles. This is a terrible game.
I don't know why they're getting into it. I don't know what their mindset is, unless they're gonna make like a cash cow, like those mobile games, like where it's you take your fortress and you kill other people's fortresses and you get gold, and like Clash of Clans
or whatever. But I mean, I wonder if GameStop is just like looking at this like maybe it's really inexpensive to make to like publish these, like to put these games on their shelves, right? Because they're not, all they're doing is it's a royalty and they're buying whatever the materials cost. They don't have to pay anybody for once. So maybe they're like, hey man, we can get like 10,000 people or 20,000 people, collectors, to come and buy this. I don't know, because that 20,000 people at like $15 doesn't seem like that big a deal unless this is a $60 game, which I doubt it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know what their angle is, unless they're just looking for that royalty, right? Like on Steam and putting these games everywhere, and just like, hey, we want to cut.
Yeah, and you're starting to see sales drop probably in GameStop, so they need to start finding like an alternate for their future.
They want to be the next Activision.
Yeah, where they're gonna own the world.
They're gonna have all their pawn stops at all the malls. You can go in there and sell your fucking rings to buy, like digital currency to go on Steam and buy real games.
Dude, Pawn Stop, dude, it's the company of the future.
They should have. Yeah, they should actually trademark that right away.
Yeah, they're officially calling it Game Trust is what they're launching the division. So
that's a good dig at EA. That's hilarious.
So they're one step away from Pawn Stop.
Yeah,
so
they're getting there.
Check for those games, and if you haven't tried it yet, don't ever try it. But the Dark Souls one that they partnered with, awful. But if you're a gaming fan and you're a League of Legends fan, dude, we got the League of Legends Invitational coming to PAX East on April 22nd. The Big Ten College. I don't know if it's a championship, but it's.
I don't know. This is my favorite story of the day, actually. Because
Ohio State versus Michigan State.
Yeah, so I've been saying for years that the only way esports is ever going to take off is if people have teams that and they can watch this and relate back to these teams, right? Like, I don't know. There's like 100 different teams. They all have stupid names. No one knows who anybody is. But if you have a league and all the teams have like are regionalized, because people love to cheer for shit in their city. Like if you tell me I have the Milwaukee Beer Drinkers or whatever, right? And that's my League of Legends team. That's what I'm going to fucking root for. That's a terrible name, but I'm going to root for them. They can think of a much more creative name than that. But like adding college to is the same thing, right? Like it's like, oh shit, it's Wisconsin. I'm cheering for that League of Legends team. This might seem like a small story to a lot of people, but this is the future of esports. I don't care what anybody says. It's tied to regions. Is where you're gonna make your. That's how fucking sports have always gone. And they want this to be a sport, and it's a team-based sport. You have to tie yourself to cities.
Dude, I'm saying it too, and this is going to give an opportunity for the other cities that aren't as like Milwaukee Bucks. You got your like Badgers out of Madison. Like you can give those other cities in like the states an opportunity to have that. Dude, if that's what we need to do, I'm totally with you, man. Break it down to like 16 teams in the nation or 32 teams in the nation, and then the people on the smaller circuits battle to get on those teams, or if they're college teams, you go to that school, dude, and then they're phased out.
College, this is it. It's already done. The NCAA or whoever, the Big Ten, who is putting this on, whoever is in charge of that is probably like my age, and he's got it. They know what they're doing. This is the first step, and they're nailing it. You want to be on ESPN with your League of Legends? Tie yourself to collegiate, because that already ties into ESPN's viewer base. This is a home run. I don't know if a lot of people, I haven't seen a ton of talk about this, but this is huge.
Yeah, and I think after April 22nd, I think we'll see how that goes, see how it plays. It's going to be on the Big Ten Network as well, so you got your coverage. Yes. Let's see how it goes, see how it operates. We'll get back to you guys, let you know what our thoughts are on it and where it can go from here. But like Jason said, dude, I think it's going to be awesome, and that's the future if you want to get people excited about it, because originally I wasn't. But we'll talk more about it on the block party, because I think there's a lot we can dissect with it and give you guys some more information on it. The next piece of news, dude, the schedule is out for Summer Games Done Quick. July 3rd through the 10th in Minnesota. If you guys are not familiar with Summer Games Done Quick, it is the best video game players in the world speedrunning video games. They pretty much from the classics to the brand new Dark Souls 3 is going to be there.
We might have to take a road trip to this.
Actually, I was just going to announce that plans are in the work that me and Jeremy may be going up to Minnesota for 2 days of this event to celebrate with them. The Yeti, who does t-shirts and stuff like that, I just actually met them down at a con in Milwaukee, and I bought a Binding of Isaac t-shirt from them. Nice. Because they have the official license for it, and they're huge sponsors of this. It goes to a good cause. It goes to breast cancer awareness, cancer awareness in general. So if you guys get a chance, it's like literally 1 week. I've talked about it many times, but it's an entire week of just video games and them being destroyed and beaten to death in ways that you never fucking knew existed. And it's gonna blow your mind. It's
exhilarating. It's exhilarating to watch. At least if you watch the last 10 minutes of a game record being broken or getting to that point, it's just awesome. It's great viewing. Dude.
I'm super excited for it. So July 3rd, Minnesota. Jason, I think you might have to come with us.
Oh yeah, me and my tank fireworks will be there.
World of Warcraft Expansion 6, Legion is coming out August 30th, 2016. Officially announced. Damn, dude, that game is 12 years old. I did not realize that.
Shit's starting to make me feel old. Like World of Warcraft, dude. 12 years old. The 6th expansion, 12 years.
I feel like
I was just kicking.
Like, I know. I feel like this. Like, oh man, maybe I should get into World of Warcraft. That dude, you are 12 years too late.
Yeah. Like if you have not gotten in now, like this has some really interesting things and are doing cool stuff, but don't do this to yourself.
It's literally not going to make.
You're hitting it at the tail end, and it's just going to be too much.
But they're adding a new Demon Hunter class, artifact weapons, and Broken Isle content. So there's a bunch of stuff they're adding. It's been in beta for a little while. You can still, I believe, get into a little bit of the beta and check that out. But yeah, August 30th, it's coming out, dude. This could be the last expansion.
Blizzard is really ballsy, man, because this game's been out for 12 years, right? They're doing all this work, putting all this time in, dude, and that thing's gonna be out for like 45 minutes, and people are gonna be like, "What's next?"
Dude, they're
like,
gonna
why?
burn through the content. Yeah.
Dude, it's oh my god, it's just gonna be terrible for them. I feel for them.
Well, they're gonna make a shit ton of money, dude.
Yeah,
millions of people.
There's millions of people, so give them $15.
They need to make a sequel. That's all I'm saying. Bring it out, dude. And then also another. Oh, dude, I forgot to mention this when we were talking about PawnStop, dude. GameStop employee potentially leaking Batman Arkham HD Collection.
Not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised by who did it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I had that in my hands, I'd be hard pressed not to tell somebody as well, dude. But I don't know. It doesn't include all of the games. I get it because it's from different developers, but you know, if you haven't played,
some people have said that Origins is the best. Yeah. One is like one of the best ones story wise. Like, what the fuck, dude? Just like it's part of that like series. Like, just stop pretending like it didn't happen. It did.
Yeah, it did happen, and it was awesome, dude. But you'll get Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Unfortunately, you don't get Arkham Knight.
Do you get all the DLC for Arkham Knight?
Yeah, you get all the DLC for both those titles, but you don't get Arkham Knight.
Wait, Arkham Knight is the newest one. It's not Arkham Knight is not included in the HD collection.
Apparently, to this GameStop. This is a rumor mill, man.
Okay, yeah, like we need to research it. We'll talk about this more on the block party. I'm assuming you get you get the whole series.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the Arkham Knight HD collection that includes Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. But it's being reported as it just only has those two games. So we'll get back to you guys. Hopefully we'll have more information on Wednesday when you guys tune in for the block party, and we'll kind of fill it in. But yeah, dude, if it doesn't have Arkham Knight, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Why would you want? Let's move into the news, movie news here. Jungle Book, which I was not paying any attention to, dude, dominates and wipes the floor with everything. I wanted to talk about this $100 million weekend from the Jungle Book, dude.
Crazy.
Out of control. Yeah, like especially when we were just talking about the other Jungle Book taking a hiatus, and then this one comes in and cranks out $100 million. I think that's gonna put a dent in like anyone wanting to see this other Jungle Book version.
I know that team is probably like, son of a bitch. What do we do?
Oh, yeah.
They delayed it already, right? Like they pushed it off away. It's like now they might want to just like think about never releasing that movie. It's a shame.
Because when something rocks like this, you're talking sequel already. You know, like they're already probably.
John Favreau's already like signed up basically for the second one. Like it's happening. Like.
And it's gonna come out. The number 2 is gonna come out when that other one comes out, dude.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be. It's probably not gonna be as good. I mean, this one looks awesome. The other one has like, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it, but I just have a feeling it's not gonna be as good.
No.
This is the official Disney one. It's got to be better, right?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And they're talking all sorts of revolutionary things with the other one, and I don't know. We'll see when more trailers come out, but. Yeah, dude, crazy weekend for that, dude. Also crazy weekend for Amazon, dude, offering a monthly Amazon Prime services and video services, which I think is cool, but it's going to be interesting come holiday when everyone signs up for 2 months of Amazon Prime so they get their discounted shipping fees.
Yeah, I think that's really...
I already thought about it. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, boom, dude, I get free shipping.
Every time is like around the holiday, right? Like before I was like, whatever, just like let Amazon Prime just do me. I was just like, what kind of deals can I find? Can I be like an Amazon mom? Like, how do I sneak my way into a free month of Prime here to get free shipping? And you always could find an angle, right? There's always something you can sign up for. But now it's like $10.99, dude. You can just get like $500 worth of shipping for free.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude. I'm
Amazon's hoping that you stick with it.
That's the gimmick, dude. So $10.99 you can do the Prime shipping stuff. Or $8.99 you can do Prime Video and get video as long as... I think it's also going to be including their music and...
Yeah. I mean, this is the same as WWE Network. People sign up for WrestleMania. They have a pretty high retention rate. They're fine. They know what they're doing.
Oh, shit, I got to cancel my wrestling. I forgot about that, dude. Thank you for that. But anyways, yeah, so now you guys can get in on free shipping for, well, technically free because it's only going to be for 1 month, not $10.99. So, I mean, that's one item you order off the fucking internet. So, there you go, dude. You just made it back in spades. Dude, while we're talking about movies, let's get back into Jurassic World 2. Has a director, a dude I've never heard of, Bayona, who did The Impossible, which you also probably never heard of. But he has been passed the torch to helm Jurassic Park 2. Jason, go ahead and jump in if you've heard of this guy and he did a movie I need to see.
Well, no, The Impossible is like the movie that he's done, but he's been doing this movie called, I think it's called like A Monster Calls. That's supposed to come out this year, and it's supposed to be like super awesome. He's like this really hot indie director that everybody wanted to work with. That's he's super talented. Like he brings like a credibility to Jurassic World, kind of like, you know, when Colin Trevorrow took it. You're like, oh shit, like this is like a legitimate guy doing the movie. Like this is like another legitimate name doing the movie, which is great. It's better than getting some like hacky guy that's been out there directing like, you know, fucking Pirates of the Caribbean movies or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited. He was like attached to the World War Z sequel. Like I have, based on just what I've read and looked at this guy's like bio and shit on IMDb, I feel like he's got potential to do some good shit here.
I'm going to have to investigate a couple of his things because I feel like sometimes they plant the seed in people's minds that people are great and amazing, but
yeah, no, totally. Yeah, no, totally. I hear you. But like he's got so much hype behind him. I don't know. We'll see.
So that's it for our movie news. I want to talk about a little sports because we had our UFC picks this past weekend, and I'd just like to go on record and let you guys know I continue my losing streak.
Yeah, you didn't have a great weekend.
Not surprised by that shit, dude. But I'm just gonna keep picking who I feel in my heart. I'm done picking, trying to do this analytical shit, dude. I did it this past weekend. I did some analytical stuff. I didn't like it, and I ended up getting a win with it.
Yeah, I actually went against my gut and picked Rashad Evans to win, even though as I was typing, I think if you read my thing, you're like, there's just no way he picked Evans, but then I picked him for some reason, and knowing he was going to get knocked out, and I'm usually looking at it like as a technical, like, this guy's won 3 in a row, he's going to lose, or like, he's lost, and I totally went against it, and that killed my perfect record. I had a perfect record. Oh, really frustrating.
Done, dude. Right in the main event, dude, you got slaughtered. Kimbo Slice, dude, who is known for mostly his barroom brawling and outside of octagon fights, had a couple of good fights in the octagon, is going against a rematch against James Thompson. What's that?
I said no, he hasn't.
Yes, he has. Tank Abbott.
All right, fair enough.
Then he got knocked out.
I mean, he's like, when he came in, we were all excited about it. But the biggest story here is that the guy is actually getting the fight overseas to fight, despite the fact that he was just busted for roids in the U.S. So fucking Bellator continues their sideshow bullshit and is like, you know what, we'll just go overseas and let him fight in England because, you know, like, have some credibility as a fucking company to be like, my guy just got busted for roids, and suspend him yourself. Yeah. Like, it's like, I have no respect for Bellator as an organization. I'm not gonna watch their shows. I'll watch this fucking thing. When someone puts a clip on YouTube, not on the official Bellator channel, then I'll watch it there. Cause fuck them, dude. Like, if you like, you're just like making the sport look bad by doing shit like this over and over again.
Dude, it's like a carnival act, dude. All of a sudden, man, dude, it's gonna be in the 3-ring circus, dude. And that officially, kills it right there, dude.
Dana wouldn't let that fly in the UFC. He would suspend him for 6 months or a year, like himself.
Or can him. I mean, at the end of the day, dude,
Like, don't promote this. And in the last fight, the guy was fucking gassed after 30 seconds. Enough of that. We're going long. I'm fucking...
And the fact that this is a main event, dude,
yeah,
it's going to be awful, dude. Well, that's your sports update, and that wraps up the news for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us live on the AV, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you tune into the block party this week if you haven't already, and check out the Dark Souls 3 Random 30 we got on the website, because you're going to want to be up to date for the block party this week as we dive into that a little bit more. Thank you, Jason, for joining me, and thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe right here.